Well, this is one where Las Vegas Sands is moving in that sideways, choppy pattern that us premium sellers like. And you'll notice that Las Vegas Sands, every time they give a earnings announcements, they do pretty well, right? They make money. And then in addition to that, they've also been issuing a dividend to investors. So what that tells me, Sip, is that this is going to be a great company to be selling premium against. And you can see the pattern in me, meaning it goes and it's got tops, it's got bottoms, it's got a few dollar difference between those tops and bottoms, between that level of support and resistance. And we're heading down right now, and we're looking for that next bottom. Now, I have to tell everybody that when I got this top signal, and you can see this is my free indicator over here, and it gave me that top signal. Let's see, I got the top signal on December 11th. And if you guys have been around for a while, you know that I check my signals after the market is closed. They're called end of day signals. And then I program my automatic traders to look for follow through on the subsequent days. And sure enough, my trader found follow through on December 12th, the day after. And I wound up shorting some of this Las Vegas Sands. I didn't actually short the stock. I bought a deep in the money, far out in time put options. Actually, I bought a few of these contracts. So I was making money as we went down. And so I'm looking forward to this bottom signal coming up, because what I'm going to be doing, since I've already got that initial covering position in place, is I'm going to sell some put premium. That means a near term at the money put option. I'm going to sell that, make some money off of it, get it so that it's going to expire probably either the third Friday of January, or if it's a few more days, it might be the third Friday of February. I could also be looking at weekly options. I'll decide when I get the signal, and then I'll buy a protective call option to kind of protect myself should the stock reverse back up against my long put. So I'm basically going to be applying the collar. But for those of you that don't have that initial covering position in place, this bottom signal for you is going to be a great time for you to go long. So that means you're either going to be buying shares of stock. You could be buying Las Vegas Sands. We're targeting somewhere between the $48 and $50 per share price. And so you'd want to buy that in lots of 100, because everything we do in options is in increments of 100 shares. Or you could, if you wanted to, we have our options lookup tool. So you come over here, and this is free to anybody right now while it's still in beta. You come to you just have to get a free account to our web portal. What we've been looking at when we type in Las Vegas Sands and we look for option replacements here, if you don't want to buy the stocks, if you want to include a little bit of leverage, we're probably going to go out to this September timeframe right here, September 2025. You want to give yourself enough time on this initial covering position that you're not going to run into any problems. And the one I'm targeting right here is the Las Vegas Sands September expiration, $35 strike price call. So this is going to be almost a perfect substitute for buying the stock, but instead of spending, the roughly $50 a share, this guy is going for about $15.75 a share. So you can use a little bit of leverage, make sure that leverage, you incorporate that into your risk modeling. Everybody in my program knows how to adjust their risk modeling in order to take care of that extra leverage. But this allows you to get into the symbol at a much cheaper price. And so that's the option as well. With these sideways choppy stocks, you could play it from both directions. I'm currently playing it from the top, but if you're not in this yet, you could play it from the bottom by going either long the stock or long the substitute option. So Las Vegas Sands, Turns out it's got a great option chain. It's also got the perfect pattern. And so, whether you're coming from the top or the bottom, this is going to be a great premium selling trade, at least for the month of January.
So I have a question. It looks as if that 48 level is setting up as support, and if you're going to take it to the long side, what if it breaks down to that 42-40 level? What are you risking? Like when you're putting your trade on, you know that that can potentially happen. How are you protecting yourself?
So, a couple things. First of all, we're going to use the same signaling process. You can see my signaling process has been pretty robust. This is the fast MACD end of day signal. So, we're going to use our signals, and then we're going to also, those are end of day signals. We're going to wait until we get follow through. So, the scoop is I'm not going to place this trade until I get my appropriate signals, because those signals won't come, SIP, unless there's actually a bottom being found. So that's number one. But then once we're in that trade, we're going to use traditional conditional and stop loss orders to protect ourselves. And once we get a little bit of up price action and we apply that collar is one of those great option strategies that not only creates income on the premium sell, but it also passively adjusts. So once we have that collar on the trade, meaning we've sold near term premium like I'm about to do, as well as bought a 3 to 6 month out protective option, when we put those two, we call them adjustment trades, on in addition to the initial covering position, you can sit back and relax. You don't have to worry about any active methods to protect yourself from any risky situations. Those, a collared position self adjusts, it takes care of itself. It defines max risk, it defines max reward. So, that's kind of our goal. Our goal is not only to get that initial covering position on and, protect ourselves with traditional methods once we get that reversal signal. But then when we put the collar on, we're fat and dumb and happy just collecting money at the bank every month.